Good morning, my wonderful viewers. You are all welcome back to Prof. One Tutorials. My name is Amprofi Alfred. Today we are going to look at a very interesting topic under trigonometry. Trigonometry. I want you to sit comfortably wherever you find yourself. Pick your books, pencils, and calculators as we start today's topic. I want to thank everyone for always getting time to watch my channel, learn, and share to everybody. Thank you so much, and God richly bless you all. Now, back to trigonometry. Now, trigonometry is a topic that has been divided into three main parts. So basically, trigonometry has been divided into trigonometry, where the tri talks about triangles. The gono also focuses on angles and sides. And the metry also talks about measurement. So, in a nutshell, when you talk about trigonometry, we are talking about measurement of angles and sides of triangles. So, this is the basic definition for trigonometry: measurement of angles and sides of triangles. We have so many triangles in mathematics, talking about an isosceles triangle where two sides are equal, making the base angles also equal. We have a equilateral triangle which has all sides equal, making each angle also equal. And we also have the scalene triangle where all the sides are different, making every angle in the triangle also different. But under trigonometry, we place much emphasis on right-angled triangle. And when we talk about right-angled triangle, it is a triangle which has one of its angle to be 90 degrees. So this is a right-angled triangle. We should all know that right-angled triangle can also be drawn differently in so many shapes. So this is also a right-angled triangle. This is also a right-angled triangle because the angle here is 90 degrees. This is also a right-angled triangle. So we have this to be right-angled triangle. And this is also a right angle triangle because each angle we have in the triangle is 90 degrees. Now, under trigonometry, there are three basic parts that we should know easily. When we understand these three parts very well, we have understood trigonometry about 30%. So now let's look at the triangle here. a right angle triangle A, B, and C. And from here we have an angle to be theta. Now, always where the angle faces is called opposite of the angle. So the angle faces this way. That is the opposite. Again, where the 90 degrees also faces, we call it the hypotenuse. And the other side becomes the adjacent. Where the 90 degrees faces is always the hypotenuse. Where the angle faces is always the opposite. And the other side becomes the adjacent. So now this is a right angle triangle. Now let's look at this right angle triangle. We still have the same right angle triangle ABC, but this time around the angle is placed here, theta. In view of that, because the angle is here, it is facing down, so BC becomes the opposite of the angle. Where the 90 degrees faces is still the hypotenuse, then the other side becomes the adjacent. So these are the three basic parts of the right angle triangle that we need to pay much attention to. If you know these three, you have understood trigonometry about 30%. Now let's proceed to the basic trigonometric ratios. There are two main basic trigonometric ratios. They are sine and cosine. Now, sine can be shortened to have sin, and every trig ratio moves with the angle given. So over here we have sine theta. Cosine can also be shortened to be called cos, which also moves with the angle cos theta. Every trig ratio moves with an angle. So when you check the calculator that we have, when you point sine, you see that automatically a bracket open. So on the calculator, sine moves with a bracket open, and cos the same thing moves with a bracket open, because every trig ratio moves with an angle. Now let's check sine and then cosine, its definition. The definition for sine is opposite over the hypotenuse. And the definition for cos is also equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse. Now, these are the two basic trigonometric ratios. But from here, there are some derived trigonometric ratios. The first one is the tan. And I'm going to write tan theta. Now, tan, its full name is tangent. Tangent Tan theta can be defined as sine theta all over cos theta. And we know that sine is defined as opposite over hypotenuse. All over meaning divided by cos, which is also defined as adjacent over hypotenuse. Now, when we are dividing two fractions, we maintain the first fraction, the division changes to multiplication, and we are going to reciprocate the other fraction. So we have multiplying. So here the reciprocal, the hypotenuse will move up, the adjacent will come down when we get here. Giving us hypotenuse over adjacent. At this point, the hypotenuse will take off the hypotenuse and it will be left with opposite over the adjacent. Opposite over the adjacent, and this is for tan theta. So at this point, we are going to put all of them together. Now sine theta is equal to and cos theta is also equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan theta is also equal to opposite over adjacent from the calculation we did here. Opposite over the adjacent. So at this point, sine, we are going to use the initial variable. So sine is equal to O over H. O over H. Then cos theta is A over H. And tan theta is also equal to O over A. O over A. So here, S is equal to O over H, which can be written as SOH cos is A over H. It can also be written as CAH. Then tan, which is T, is O over A, which can also be written as TOA. So here, SOH CAH TOA. It has a rhyme. SOH CAH TOA. So anytime you are dealing with trigonometric questions, the SOH CAH TOA can help you get your answers easily. So now let's look at the first subtopic under trigonometry. How to find one side when an angle and another side is given. So in the next video, we are going to look at that subtopic. Stay tuned, stay blessed. This is Prof. 1 Tutorials. Bye-bye.